All right, today is March 22nd, 2016. We're watching the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop, and right now at about 10 o'clock in the morning, temperature is 60 degrees. We have a barometric pressure of 29.98 or 1016 millibar. The relative humidity is 45%, and the dew point is 38 degrees. We have windy conditions right now in the foothills of Los Angeles, and that is because there's a transmitter right here generating heat, high pressure in the form of heat right here, and this high pressure is actually following something right here that is trying to spin up. We've got low pressure on the 500 millibar chart up right around here, and this is trying to spin up. So there's a transmitter following this to the east, and so we're having wind right now. Right here where the pen is where LA is. So we're getting moderate winds. They're not too strong, but is because of this feature right here, this on-demand high pressure that they're focusing on that one core that's beginning to spin counterclockwise. Also, we have a hurricane force storm over here, 973 millibar, which is currently moving to the northeast. And in preparation for this system, we have a huge area of high pressure being installed right now off the Pacific coast right here. So we'll take a look at that. Also, there is a rectangular feature that was beginning to form. We can see a straight edge right there. It's almost as if they're pulsing. They're not fully forming. Let's take a look here in the infrared loop. We can see that straight edge right there. And then just about when it's starting to form, it looks like they turned the transmitter off as to maybe hide their work or something, because towards the end of this loop we see a more of a circular, a natural pattern that you would see on a normal developing, or rather just a normal storm system, just a clean spiral rather than a bunch of angles. So that's what it looks like to me, is that they were hitting this and then they turned the power off, and then the storm just resumed its activity, its normal activity. Okay, and then here we see that we've got a area of high pressure. This is a narrow channel generated by a radar, very narrow channel area, and that's going to separate this next flow, this counterclockwise spinning flow, from merging with this storm right here. So they've got to separate everything, and that's what they're doing here with this channel of high pressure. This is a phased array radar, very highly directional. They can aim these radars and generate shapes, and that's what we're seeing here on this one edge. Actually, there's a right angle right there. It's not very clean though. Let's take a look at this again. Right there. I'll stop this and we'll just walk through it. Let's go backwards here. Okay, so that's not quite, that's a little bit over a right angle. That's about 100 degrees right here. So anyhow, that's what they're doing. It looks like they are trying to hide their work. All right, next let's look at the jet stream. You can see that the jet stream is turning north here, and then it dives down right through California. We've got that storm here, and that storm could catch the jet stream and be blown right down into California. So in preparation for that, we are seeing a huge area of high pressure right here being set up. And of course, we can see the chemtrail and the aerosols being laid out right here. We have chemtrails in the skies and on the western horizon, and that's because they're spraying offshore right now. This high pressure on demand that is following what's going on right here, this will move to the east later on in the day, this thing here. But this right now, that's generating wind, and that's keeping keeping the skies clear. Actually, we have nice clear weather, except for on the western horizon, where we're seeing these chemtrails moving in on this moisture field right here. All right, and here's a shot of the infrared loop. We can see residual moisture moving through the state. water vapor. Okay, next let's take a look at the surface analysis map, and we can see that big storm. It's a hurricane force system, 972 millibar, and this is indicated to be moving to the northeast. And look at this huge area of high pressure that suddenly appeared right here, 1027 millibar. This is extending all the way up basically to the Canadian border right here, and that will block a lot of what's happening here. We've got a big cold front from that hurricane force storm, and that will be blocked. Let's take a look at the here's another sea level pressure map. See that high pressure. Okay, next we have the southwest rainbow loop. We can see some residual moisture moving through the Southern California area right here. All right, now here's the 500 millibar, and there is an area of low pressure right here. This is that area that's trying to spin counterclockwise, and they have a transmitter, which we're seeing down here, that is going to follow that as it moves east, and that's why we're having the wind. But they have a separate area of high pressure out here, which is a very large area that'll block that system. So again, we have another opportunity for rain, and they're going to stop that. All right, here's the 300 millibar. And we can see that low right here. And then the jet stream is moving right down into California. All right, here's the wave analysis map. And we can see the that storm is generating 30-foot seas in the core. And right off California right now, we have high surf, 12, 15, and then we have more high swells on the way right here, 15, 18, 20 feet. These will be in probably a day and a half, couple of days. Okay, here's the SSEC water vapor map, and we can see some of these chemtrails being laid out. We have a moisture field. The jet stream actually is moving in this direction right here, and we can see these aerosols being laid out perpendicular right here as they move right into Southern California. So that's why we're seeing those trails. And there's a lot of aerosols being sprayed down here, right through here, and down near the Hawaiian Islands, right all through this area. And there's something going on right here, I just noticed, right down here. Very strange. We'll have to take a look at that. Okay, I want to take a look at the East Coast here real quick before we wrap this up. And we have something here. We have a lot of thunderstorm activity moving through. What is that? Kansas, I guess, right there. Okay. A lot of flow moving right here off the through the Gulf of Mexico. All right. I want to go back and take another look here at what's happening off of Mexico, or rather off of Hawaii. Something going on down here, I noticed. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. That's the report for today. We've got wind in Southern California because of this high pressure that is following that low. This is trying to spin up, but they've got high pressure on that area right there, and that's giving us wind. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another update later on.